blood oozing out of my anus says enough. The stretching, the pain, the sore in my vagina is yelling enough. The irritating itching in my throat, gotten when I was begging you to stop. When I was crying for help says enough. The trembling in my legs and the ache in my breast says enough. Enough of settling rape at home. Forever stained with the ink of your dark soul, the trauma you imposed in my mind which haunts me time after time. The screams I hear in my head, the nightmare I get even in the day, and the way my body feels dirty at the flashback of your body against mine. Anxieties and depression, fear and rage. Like a parasite, you invaded my body. Like a murderer, you killed my person, dignity and self-esteem. Like a numbed robber, you robbed me of my confidence, leaving me with a distorted mind. The gray and dark shades in which I see the world now, and the faith I have lost in humanity. Enough. Can settling rape at home solve all this? Rape settle the family way, can never settle rage in many days. The trauma that's without a comma. Enough. And to you, society, instead of snaring, don't do this, don't do that, don't smile, don't have a nice body, don't go out, don't drink, don't be a human, don't be a woman, don't live, don't exist. Instead, warn them, don't rape. Do not shame me for talking about rape, shame them for raping. Enough. Enough of hating on the innocent and hailing on the guilty. Enough. See, I am not saying sex is wrong. You can choose to have sex every day. You can choose not to have sex. You can choose to hate sex. You can choose to love sex. You can choose to have sex with a he, have sex with a she. You can choose to do whatever with sex. You can choose to sex. See, rape is not sex. Sex is a conscious agreement. Rape is forced. Sex is not. Enough. You passively construct it as sexual violence against women and girls as if it's a ghost that violates us. Names of victims on billboards, names of perpetrators on the cupboards. Enough. And to you, authority, to you in whose hands power have been invested, instead of collecting statistics of rape cases and keeping them on the shelf, do something about rape now. Let rapists face the law. Enough. My pain, your pain. My freedom, your freedom. Enough.